this morning?
I'm awesome, Wes. How are you this fine Friday afternoon?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It is the afternoon, in fact. Right now we have 0 viewers, but we're getting a couple of people showing up. Wow, we have some viewers coming in on YouTube, viewers coming in on Facebook. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Wes Ballmer. I'm Vice President of Customer Success at Tailos, and I'm here with my friend.
Hi there. My name is Julie Shore. I'm one of the senior account executives here at Tailos Robotics.
Thank you so much, Julie, for spending time with me today. So we're talking about transforming guest experience, what that really means for our customers and just for hospitality abroad. Automation technology today is a hot topic. It's being discussed across multiple verticals in multiple different places. There's a lot of benefits that automation can bring.
Absolutely. Wes, I've read a lot of articles lately and everyone stresses automate what you can automate so humans can do what they need to do even better than before. And I think it's a great point that we can help with in every day.
Yeah, it's really interesting, right? Like there's a huge shortage of workers in these areas, and there is a lot of need for automation tools in these industries, isn't it?
Absolutely. I talked to a couple of hotel operators this week, and they're excited because we're providing their team some technology where that's never been done before, right? Technology has been throughout the other hotel departments, but for the housekeeping team specifically, we're really excited about having an option these days.
Cool. So again, my name is Wes Ballmer. I'm Vice President of Customer Success. I'm here with my team member, Julie.
Hello.
So this is a great opportunity to engage with us live. So this is a live show. You can chat with us in the chat box. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave them in the chat, and we'll talk to you live on air. What we're going to get started with is we're going to show you what the Tailos product is all about, and I'm just going to go ahead and play that video for the audience.
Let's do it.
Tailos is revolutionizing the commercial cleaning industry. Meet Rosie, the world's first housekeeping robot. Rosie improves the well-being of cleaning staff members by automating vacuuming, one of the most tedious tasks in commercial cleaning. Like a self-driving car, Rosie utilizes artificial intelligence and machine learning technology to autonomously operate in complex indoor environments. Designed to withstand the rigors of daily industrial use, Rosie has more cleaning power than a standard upright vacuum. Rosie moves at more than twice the pace of consumer vacuuming robots like Roomba. Rosie is ready to use out of the box and is trusted by some of the top brands in the world, like Hilton. Reach out to find out how Rosie can help you.
Very cool, very cool. So that promotional video does a really good job explaining what our product does today. But the subject of today's discussion is really understanding what that does to your housekeeping operations. The robot is not a one-for-one just replacement for the regular vacuum. Our automation solution is a way to transform your housekeeping operations so you can bring in these tools and focus on more high-value tasks. Julie, I'm going to let you go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, I read an interesting article. I think I mentioned it earlier. 88% of companies are looking into robotics to help automate their processes. But what's interesting is 55% of those are what's called collaborative robotics. So we're not replacing human jobs, we're making their jobs easier, more efficient, and faster, and letting them deploy the robots and then head on to the other tasks to complete their day.
Now that's fantastic, right? Because it's interesting. We give time back to the housekeeping team so they can focus on high value tasks. That's the vision that I share, right? Is that what we deliver today is enhanced guest experiences. The robot is focusing on the floor so that the housekeeping team can dust the sconces, make sure that the wall switches are clean, because that's the first impression when you walk into a hotel room, right? Make sure that the bathroom is cleaner. And there's all these added benefits of allowing our technology to focus on that specific floor.
So Wes, this week I'm headed to a group in New Mexico, and the VP of operations is the one that decided to start using the robots. He has not been on the property where we deployed first. It's actually in New Mexico. And when I talked to him this week, he said, I haven't seen the robots run, but I can tell you everything looks and feels cleaner on every floor. And maybe I just want to believe in robots so much, but I can tell you for a fact, everything looks and feels cleaner. And that's exactly because of what you said. They were able to focus on other tasks. He mentioned the bathrooms as well. They're cleaning the bathrooms twice a day now instead of once a day. And that's a big first impression for guests.
It's really incredible, right? So we have a product that you're essentially replacing a tool, but it's so much more than just that one-for-one comparison. I like really honing in on that because it's such an important topic. It's about the way that your operations adjust to the technology. And that's a perfect example of the benefits that our customers see when they bring on the tool so that their staff member can focus on those things that guests are going to experience. So we see increases in guest satisfaction scores, increases in productivity. We give team members time back so that they can focus on other tasks. How, you're working with customers right now. What do our current prospects, are they looking for this type of tool? And what has been your experience with that?
Yeah, there's so many use cases that I hear on a daily basis. The biggest one is labor challenges, retention, hiring, even how to stand out as a competitive place to work. And this is an easy part of the package. And the message, Wes, is come work for me. We're investing in tools to make your life easier. They're also thinking about the operational and efficiency gains, but what's on the front of everybody's mind is these labor challenges, hiring and retention, and of course, employee morale.
So there's a really great question coming in from the audience. So Mike is asking, is it easy for housekeepers to use or do they need training? So we have this really cool design philosophy internally, and that is press, play, walk away. So press, play, walk away that's what it's funny. Set it and forget it was already taken, but press play and walk away is the message that we give to our users. On the front of our robot, you're going to see a touch screen. When you turn the robot on, all you're going to see is a play button. So other technologies have very steep learning curves, and our robot employs a really simple, very easy, intuitive design with a play button front and center that any user can pick up and use.
What I think is neat about that is we're deployed in countries around the globe. So English and Spanish, it doesn't matter. Portuguese, I think it was UK that we spoke with a couple, or maybe it was Germany. And the play button on the screen makes it easy for any operator to use right off the bat.
Yeah, it's language agnostic, right? So that means that anyone can pick up the machine, start using it, and they can realize the value, right? They can see that the robot is going to save them time. It's a really cool feature of our robot, the press, play, walk away functionality that we built into that. But I do want to encourage anybody that's watching in. The chat box is a really good way to engage with us. My name is Wes Balmer. I'm Vice President of Customer Success, and I'm here with my team member, Julie. Julie, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi again. My name's Julie. I'm one of the senior account executives here, and I'm always excited to help start conversations with your teams on how we can help automate some of your operations.
Cool. So I want to go real quick. I see a lot of questions coming into the chat, and I do have some time at the end of this to go through questions and answers. Before we jump into some more questions, I really want to talk about the employee satisfaction and the benefits that we can see in retention. So we've conducted studies where we understand that one of the most common injuries in housekeeping has to do with using the vacuum improperly. When you're trained on how to use a vacuum, you're not supposed to push the vacuum forward with your arm. That articulation of these joints can cause injury with that repetitive task, doing that over a duration of time. Instead, you're supposed to walk with the vacuum forward. So I'm super interested from you, Julie. What feedback have you received about staff at our clients' properties?
Yeah, the staff is excited. There's been a little bit of thought process on how to make it easiest for them. And so we've gone through some ideas. A great example is we have this great cart that the housemen are using to get all the robots from point A to point B at one time. And whether that's 4 robots on a long hallway or 1 robot on 4 hallways, we can make it really easy. They're not working with cords. They're not working with pulling machines along behind them. Made it really easy to get it from point A to point B. And then they press play and walk away, right? So we've heard a lot of feedback about the ease of deployment on a daily basis.
And so Julie, you and I were engaged in a private Slack where you were at a trade show. This is a really interesting, I'm going to let you tell this story. Can you tell me about that?
So if you guys have attended a trade show lately, the booths are 10 feet by 10 feet, right? We're 4 or 5 booths down from us. We watched this poor gal who works at the convention center with her backpack, or actually it was a pull-on vacuum with probably a 15-foot, 20-foot cord. And she spent 3 or 4 minutes unwrapping it. And then she had to find electricity, right? At trade shows, the electricities are used by the trade show people. Everybody has everything plugged in. She probably spent another 3 or 4 minutes finding a plug. And then she cleaned the black carpet full of the little white dots, probably another 10 minutes, wrapped it back up. The whole thing probably took 30 minutes. And she was a little lady with a big vacuum. And I just sat there watching, saying, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and go talk to Freeman at the convention center, because we can have each one of these booths cleaned, especially with our new spot cleaning mode, in 5 minutes, or whatever the right math is.
Yeah, 3 minutes for spot cleaning, but that's exactly right. And then I'm going to put you on the spot, but you sent me a video of the attendee who actually paid for the service. Can you tell me more about that?
We all know how trade shows work, right? So he paid $300 per day to have that lady spend 30 minutes with that handheld vacuum cleaning his 10 by 10 booth. $300 a day.
That's a lot of money. So there was a perfect segue here to talk about some of the new features that are included in our most recent software updates. One thing that was really cool that Julie had mentioned earlier was that our indoor robot navigation technology is built to work alongside our human beings. It's built to work alongside housekeepers inside of these spaces. But some of the most recent improvements that we've made to our software 2.0, I'm going to show that now. That video gets me pumped up every time I watch it. It's got like a really good soundtrack.
I was going to say the same thing.
All right, cool. So we're going to transition out of the topic for today. I really want to go back and just emphasize our product. Just looking at it as a replacement for your regular vacuum, it's insufficient. If you think with me, go on this journey, right? What will my property look like when I've adjusted to an autonomous robot vacuum that's focused on the floors in 12 months, in 24 months? What's that going to deliver to my guests? What's that going to deliver to my staff? That's the thought I want to leave everyone with today. But Julie, let's go ahead and take some questions and answers. Take some questions, give some answers. Did you have something you wanted to add?
No, I'm waiting for some great questions to come through on my end. Do you see anything on your end?
I do. So I have a great question coming in from Jen. Jen wants to know, how does Rosie charge? Does it work on a dock? So I'm going to go ahead and step in here. The Rosie, our robot vacuum named Rosie, features a replaceable battery. So if you think about this, how am I going to use the robot at maximum capacity? How can I have the robot running all day? The more the robot runs, the more money and the more time that you save. So we actually have a replaceable battery. You just install the battery on the back, you put it back onto the charger when it needs to be charged. Every robot comes with the robot, a charger, and 3 batteries. So really good question. Is there anything you wanted to add to that?
No, what I love about our the way our batteries run, we are at a great property in Scottsdale, and I helped the banquet captain leave for the day, right? So he left for the day with his 6 robots. We cleaned one huge ballroom, swapped the batteries, cleaned another, swapped the batteries, cleaned another. At the end of the day, we put the robots up 4.5 hours of cleaning were done within less than an hour of his time, and he never had to find a cord, go back to the docking station, find a charger. Cool. That's why I love that setup.
And then we have another question on the same topic coming in from Austin. And so Roomba takes forever to charge, and I cannot use it while it's charging. How long will the Tailos robot take to charge? So we have the same kind of battery cell as you would think that's inside of a Tesla. Those charge at a little bit of a slower rate, but it takes about anywhere from like 4 to 6 hours, I think, if I'm not mistaken, to charge one of those batteries. But that doesn't really interrupt the day-to-day routine, because you're able to take the battery, put it back on the charger, and then you can use it at the end of the day. So great question.
Austin, what I love about that question is robots never sleep, right? So our robot concierge team, the team that helps with the deployment and implementation on properties, are gonna help the teams figure out how to run them in the AM, and then maybe a PM shift, and there could even be a third shift depending on the property, because robots never sleep, which is a big piece of the puzzle. And they also show up for work, which is my favorite thing.
Yep. Yeah, so more automation equals a higher return on your investment in every single case. The more that the robot is running, the more time, the more money that you're saving every time.
Good question.
Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and give the audience just another 30 seconds here. If there's any questions that anyone wants to pose to us, now's the time. Again, my name is Wes Balmer. I'm Vice President of Customer Success at Tailos Robotics, and I'm here with my friend.
Your favorite AE, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and close this up. I just want to thank everyone for joining in today. If you have any questions, please reach out to our sales team, sales@tailos.com. And perfect timing, we have Mike in the audience who's asking, how do I buy one? So please reach out to sales@tailos.com, and someone's going to help you out. Thank you so much, Julie, for your time today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, take care.